Hi, and welcome to another episode of the CDEX tutorial. As you can see in the titles, today I'm going to show you how to perform a cross-browser testing with the CDEX recorder. The reason why cross-browser testing is so important is that web developers normally build their websites according to one browser. Let's say Chrome for instance. But we never know which browser the users will be using, or which operating system they're on, or even what type of devices they have. Cross-browser testing is a type of non-functional testing that can help you ensure that your website can function normally on different combinations of browsers, operation systems, and devices. Traditionally, cross-browser testing is done with human testers manually testing the product on each combination of browsers and devices. Sometimes it may be a really tedious work, but hey, CDEX can help you perform an automated cross-browser testing in just a few steps. So let's get started. The browsers currently supported by CDEX's cross-browser testings are Chrome, Firefox, Edge Chromium, Opera, and Safari. CDEX can even support testing on Android devices. I will show you all of these step by step in this video. First, I will show you how to perform the cross-browser testing with desktop browsers. We are gonna first set up a standalone server and then add configurations to our CDEX recorder. For desktop browsers, the first step is to install the following tools into your computer. The first one is the browser drivers for the browsers you wish to conduct cross-browsing testings on. The second tool you need to download is the Selenium standalone server. And at last, you must have Java installed in your computer. There is a HackMD document in the descriptions which contains all the links to everything you need to download for this video. All the browsers listed above except for Safari's driver can be downloaded. I'll tell you how to configure the Safari driver later in this video. Note that if you want to run a specific driver on your computer, you must have that specific browser installed in your computer. Also, it is very important to check your current browser version and download the corresponding driver for it. The links to the drivers are all in the HackMD document listed in the description. After you've downloaded all the drivers, please create a folder and unzip the drivers into this folder. Next, move the standalone server file you've downloaded previously into this folder too. If you downloaded the Edge Chromium driver, please rename it to Microsoft WebDriver.exe with each beginning letter capitalized. Now, open the terminal and change the path to the folder that contains all of your drivers and your standalone server. Run the command java-jar selenium-servers-standalone-3.141.59.jar. You can copy this command from the document too. For Mac users, you may need to grant permission for your drivers by typing in this command in the terminal for Chrome driver, Gecko driver, and the Microsoft Edge driver. For the Opera driver, please type in chmod 755 Opera driver to allow your system to run the driver. Now, if you need to perform the cross-browser testing on Safari, you must also configure your Safari browser. If you don't need to test Safari or don't have a Mac OS, you can skip the following steps. The first step for Safari is to enable the Safari driver in your system. Open the terminal and run Safari driver-enable. The terminal will ask you for your password. Go ahead, type it in, and press enter. Next, open up a Safari window and enable the Develop menu by clicking on Safari, Preference, and then Advanced. Select the Show Develop menu checkbox. Now close this window and you'll see that the Develop menu has appeared in the menu bar. Click on it and click on Allow Remote Automation. And now you've set up your standalone server and ready to move on to the CDEX recorder configurations. Open up your CDEX recorder and click on the Setting button on the top right corner. Toggle on the Playback through WebDriver option. Next, click on Add New Service from the WebDriver settings in the right-hand side of the option page. Choose Selenium as the type and enter localhost as the server URL with port 4444. Now, click on the Add New Browser, and here you can enter all the browser names you want to perform the cross-browser testing on. Note that Microsoft Edge must be capitalized. Other browser name is in lowercase. And now you're done with the configurations and ready to run your test case on different browsers. All you have to do is to return to your CDEX recorder and press Run this case. As you can see, CDEX will automatically open up the browsers as specified in the CDEX option page to perform the same test case that you recorded in CDEX. The first browser to show up is Chrome, since Chrome was the first browser in the list of my web drivers in the CDEX settings. The case that is being executed is the test case about searching an item on Amazon. The same test case will be executed in other browsers, so you can see that the website is functional on all browsers. Now you can see that the test case on the Chrome browser has finished successfully, so the window has closed and the next browser, Firefox, has appeared. After Firefox execution, we've got Microsoft Edge. And now it's the Opera browser. And at last, the Safari browser. You can see that CDEX has automated this test case successfully on 5 browsers, meaning that this procedure of searching an item on Amazon is stable on all 5 browsers. Moving on, I'm gonna show you how to run your test case on an Android device. Currently, only Chrome is supported for this feature, so we're gonna focus on the Chrome browser in an Android device. The first step is to install the following tools into your computer: Chrome driver, Appium, Java, SDK platform tools, and Android build tools. Again, remember to check the version of your browser and download the corresponding version for the driver. The link to all these tools are in the HackMD document listed in the descriptions. Once you finish downloading, extract the SDK platform tools folder and the Android build tools folder into the same folder. Now, if you are testing Android with an emulator, USB debugging mode should be on by default. You can see it in the notifications. If you wish to conduct the test on your own Android device, go to the settings of your phone and turn on USB debugging in the developer options and plug in your Android phone on your computer. You can enable this setting by first going into About this device, and then look for the build number. Tap on it for several times until this message pops up. Return to the settings menu and look for developer options. This location may vary depending on your Android version. In the developer options, toggle on the USB debugging. You can now plug in your phone to your computer. And now on your computer, open the Appium application and click on Edit Configurations at the bottom. In the field of Android Home, type in the path of your folder containing your SDK platform tools and your Android build tools. And in the field of Java Home, enter the path to your Java RE. It should be around the Java folder inside the user program files. When you're done entering the paths, click Save and Restart. Once Appium is restarted, select Advanced. Scroll down to the Android section and enter your Chrome driver's path into the Chrome driver binary path field. When you're done, click on the Start Server button to start the server. Now, back to the CDEX option page. In the WebDriver settings section on the right-hand side, click on Add New Service and select Appium as the type, localhost as the server URL, and port 4723. This is the default port of Appium. You can change this value if you change your Appium port. Now, click on Add New Browser and fill in the browser name, platform name, device name, automation name with Chrome, Android, and your phone name, and UI Automator 2 respectively. Now, toggle on the Playback through WebDriver setting in the Basic Settings section and you're ready to perform your test on Android. I'm gonna demonstrate this test on a connected Android device. Return to your CDEX recorder and press Run this case, and you'll see that CDEX will run the same test case recorded in a desktop browser on an Android device. Alright, this is it for today. I hope you find this video being helpful, and be sure to check out the other videos in the playlist for more tutorials about CDEX. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.